Hi everybody, Bill Gilliland here for this week's Action Business Tip, and it's another Money Mastery Minute. We had a great question last week from one of our viewers, and it was on what is the difference between markup and margin. And simply put, markup is based on your cost or what you pay for your merchandise, and margin is what you actually make on it. So it's based on your selling price. So let's put some numbers in here and show you the difference and show you how to put a little bit more money in your pocket by pricing smarter. So if you wanted to have a 30% markup, then let's say it cost you $100. So your cost was $100. So to have a 30% markup, then you would multiply it by 1.3, which would give you a selling price of $130. And you would say, hey, I make $30 or a 30% margin. Well, that's not right, because remember, so you had a $30 markup, so you had a 30% markup, but your margin is actually based on your selling price. So it's 130 minus 100, which is your cost, over your 130. So you have 30 over 130, which, let's do some quick math here. So 30 divided by 130 equals 0.23 or 23%. Wow. So you don't make 30% when you multiply by 1.3. Now, for pricing purposes, if you'd like to make 30%, which is my suggestion, you pick what you'd like to make on it. And the way to do it is to take your 100 and you want to divide it by 1 minus the margin that you would like to make. So in this case, that would be 100 divided by 1 minus 0.3, or 100 divided by 0.7, which we'll do our handy dandy calculator. 100 divided by 0.7 would give us 142.85, equals 142.85. So if you want to make 30% margin, instead of selling at $130, you have to sell it at $142.85. To check your margin, you take your $142.85, which is your selling price, less your $100, which is your cost, which gives you a $42.85 margin, and you divide that by your selling price. So your margin is your dollar markup divided by your selling price, which gives you 30%. So it worked. So to make sure that you're making the margins that you need to make to run your business, then you want to actually price by dividing by 1 minus your margins. You take your cost and divide it by 1 minus your margin, and you will put more money in your pocket. So that's this week's Money Math Minute. I hope it helps you put more money in your pocket, and we'll see you next week.